Hello, I'm Asmaa Sabry, Administrator of Business Administration, Suez Canal University. Firstly, I'm happy to participate in such a great conference. Thank you for the opportunity. Today, I'm discussing a trending topic related to the environment, which is green human resource management. So the paper's title is an overview. The paper's title is an overview on green human resource management practices. I'll discuss the following contents, starting with the introduction, green human resource management practices, green job analysis, green recruitment and selection, green training and development, and finally, the conclusion. Starting with the introduction. In color psychology, the green color has a positive effect in our physical health and our thinking. It's considered as a commanding color in nature that makes us thinking of growth. There are many organizations employs and impressive the ecological practices, while ecological practices can be also called green practice. So this organization can be called as a green practice. It should be noted that the term of green business or green organizations can be, was coined and spread by scientists Schott and Fisher in 1993. Moving to green human resource management. Green human resource management practices can be defined as a practice carried out by the organization or impressed by the organization in order to be supportive to the green approach or to the green perspective and to achieve sustainable development. The main goal or the main purpose of implementing such a practice is to adjust the organizational framework to ensure its long-term viability. Long-term viability like workforce, atmosphere, and practices. This objective can only be achieved by focusing on the most important resource of the organization, which is the human capital, or in other words, the workforce, and then starting to influence their behavior and their affiliation with some practices, as mentioned before, green job analysis, green recruitment and selection, and green training. From Halawi and Zakri's point of view, green human resource management objective is to support organization in impressing and in promoting green management plan in order to eliminate its ecological footprint and also improve human welfare. Within this green workforce, green human resource management or human resource department establishes organizational green strategy goals and motivates the workforce to be ecologically sustainable, skilled, ethically aware, and driving to create eco-friendly work atmosphere. So each human resource department encourages the organization to build a eco-friendly work atmosphere. Moving to the first practice, which is green job analysis. Firstly, green job analysis can be considered as a cornerstone that supports the rest of practices like green recruitment and selection and green training. The researchers described green job analysis as a primitive practice that help and support the rest of practices. Green job analysis or job analysis in general includes job description and job specification. Job description can be defined as a written framework that defining and describing all the details of each job. Job specification can be defined as also written framework that lists the skill and knowledge that the job needs in the applicant who will occupy the job. So job specification can be defined as a written framework that lists the qualifications or needed qualifications that will be exist in the applicant. The reason of job description and job specification are associated with the term of green is that they support the green perspective in all the details and of explaining the techniques used in job and how to do it. Additionally, the researchers considered job analysis as an essential reference for both employees and the manager. Why employees? Because they should be aware of the details of and specify of their job and their responsibilities toward it. Why managers? Because they use the job analysis in evaluate employees or in set evaluation criteria to evaluate the employees. And then managers use the job analysis in build the rest of green practices as mentioned, green recruitment and green training. Moving to green recruitment and selection, the process of determining, attracting, interviewing, choosing, hiring a workforce are referred to the recruitment in general. So the green recruitment and process can be defined, the practice that seeks to create a group of employees who share a single interest, which is the preservation of the environment. Therefore, green recruitment and selection is done through 3 steps. The first one is to set green criteria for interviewing the applicant. The second step is to carrying out the interview in a green way. For example, online interview through any online broadcast like Zoom meeting and whatever that help the organization or that help us to eliminate the footprint or harmful effect in general. The third step is to choose the most suitable applicant from the green side with green knowledge and green skill. That means that chosen applicant should have enough green knowledge and enough green skill to be chosen to work in such organization encourage green practice. Here is some human resource management practices in the context of green recruitment. For example, in recruitment message, organizations should express organization's preference for individuals who have the skill and attitude to participate in environmental practices. Also, environmental criteria should be included in recruitment communication. And finally, organizations should use recruitment effort to communicate employers' concern about the environment or communicate the organization concern about environmental issues. Moving to the last practice, which is green training and development. Green training and development can be defined as practice that seeks to create an integrated green work atmosphere through integrated training courses for employees and managers as well. Green training and development is done by focusing in 2 aspects or by working in 2 aspects. The first aspect is to train new employees on the required skill of the traditional job or of the old job, and also to train them on the required green skill included in the green job or included in the new green job. The second aspect of green training and development is train existing and old employees, including managers, of course, that help them to be to staying up to date. Through green training and development, the workforces become fully aware for multiple perspectives and significant and importance of ecological management. Also, green training enable the workforce to accept the preservation strategies, such as pollution reduction within the organization. Green training and development help the workforce or help the employees to cope with a variety of ecological concerns or to be ecologically employees or green employees, in other words. Finally, the conclusion. This paper discussed green human resource management practices in detail. It mainly focused on green job analysis, green recruitment and selection, and finally, green training and development. Therefore, the study confirmed that green human resource management and its practices have a significant impact on long-term competitive advantage of Egyptian organizations. It should be noted that this paper discussed only 3 practices, only 3 green practices, while there are many important green practices like green reward system, green performance management. But from the researchers' point of view, these 3 green practices I discussed are the most applicable and the most common practices in Egyptian organizations. So we discussed the only 3 practices as mentioned: green job analysis and green recruitment and green training and development. As a result, the conclusion of the study revealed the importance of green human resource management department in implementing such green practices within the organization. Thus, the paper recommended that every organization located in Egypt should adopt and should embrace an environmentally friendly approach while paying attention to environment that help the organization to pollution free and to be pollution free. Finally, the paper encouraged the employees to be environmentally conscious about promoting green behavior. Thanks for the listening and attention, and thanks for co-authors of the paper, Dr. Amira Said and Dr. Ghadeer Mohamed Badr. Special thanks for Dr. Ghadeer to promote and to help me or to give me this chance to participate in such events. Thank you.